If you're feeling a little bit goofy tonight, so am I. We've got a big trip coming up, but it's just funny how they cannibalize themselves.
Whoa!
There was a video that I put out about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago about Pharell Williams' new documentary slash biopic called Piece by Piece. And in the promotional interviews for that kind of stuff, he just had to keep reminding the audience that he's black. If you didn't know, I'm black. It's so weird for someone who's black to have reached this level of success. And we kind of ragged on him a little bit for that. So it's kind of funny when people of that mindset get eaten on and nibbled on by other people who they would probably share a stage with. His Piece by Piece London screening got disrupted by animal rights protesters. And you know who we're talking about, don't you? Yes. The screening of the biopic Piece by Piece was oh my gosh, it was disrupted by PETA. Not people eating tasty animals, it's people for the ethical treatment of animals. We could go on into how PETA is completely hypocritical in everything that they do, but they are shock jocks. They are the Howard Sterns of activists, and unfurled a banner that read, Pharell, stop supporting killing animals for fashion. Now, we know the reason why they do this. We know why. It's because no one pays attention to them anymore. They don't have a movement anymore. It's like those crazy people that throw Campbell's tomato soup in the Louvre at the Mona Lisa. It's these same people that just want attention. Shame on you. Somebody ring the bell. Ding, ding, shame. Animals are skinned alive and tortured. One protester shouted from the balcony of the concert hall. Well, that really hits you in the feels, doesn't it? If it's even true. And even if it is true, animals skin each other alive all the time. The protesters specifically called out Williams' work as Louis Vuitton's men's creative director, chanting, stop the torture, stop the pain. You are to blame. Nothing like a good chant. I remember high school and how, even though the cheerleaders were hot, I was like, oh my gosh, the stuff that y'all have to say. How can you even stand behind it? It's so freaking boring for at least a minute and a half before eventually being removed. So they didn't get to last very long. The protesters also chanted, animals want to live just like us. They want to live. They also want to eat. And a lot of the times in the animal kingdom, animals eat other animals. Look at how birds build nests. They used feathers. They used the plumage of other animals. They use all kinds of stuff. Animals are just out to survive. There is not a societal infrastructure to the animal kingdom. We're the only ones who are so first world that we can actually pay attention to that kind of stuff. We are civilized, or so we used to be. Not so much when it comes to activism. There are not handbags. Fashion is violence. This literally means nothing. Animals are not fabrics, except when they are. Except when they are. In a survival situation, if you're out in the frozen tundra and you come across a large animal who has died of natural causes or maybe from exposure, you are going to crawl inside that because animals that live in that environment are naturally built for that environment. Their skin, their fur is going to be warmer than our little skin suits. So completely call that false. They're not handbags. Well, for these people, they want their animals to fit inside handbags. Hashtag teacup piggies. Fashion is violence. A lot of high fashion nowadays is violence on the eyes, but no, not necessarily violence. Now, I'm sorry. I don't know why they had to put this in here. We're here for a laugh. We're not here to get mad. Williams, who is battling laryngitis, responded in a hushed voice. God bless you. Rome wasn't built in a day.
and the changes that they seek don't happen overnight. It takes a lot of planning. We're working on those things.
But until you, I guess, Pharrell, what do you even mean by this? My only assumption is that we're working on those things. It means you'll profit on it until better things come out, or until you just decide to give away from that lifestyle. I think what this really means is that shut the fuck up, bitch. His voice failing, he added in a whisper, "Oh, now we're in a narrative.
They wanted to be heard, so we heard them."
This is like Rings of Power level of script writing. What even? Nobody talks like this. And if you talk like this, it's probably like Stephen Hawking style through a keypad. Security eventually asked the protesters to leave and then escorted the protesters out of the auditorium, according to a representative for the British Film Institute. We feel like it was managed well. And if we had attempted to remove them earlier, would have exacerbated the problem. They were, according to this article, 90 seconds. And if they had tried to remove them earlier than a minute and a half, it would have made everything worse. How about you stopped it before it started? You obviously would have seen anything that they had, their bull horns and everything that they were going in with. Or maybe they were just shouting and screaming into the ether. Oh my. I have to be reading this wrong. In a statement from PETA UK. While Pharrell's life story is told in this navel-gazing film, you mean the belly button? In a belly button gazing film? I have never once heard that saying. What does that even mean? Animals are confined in filth on farms. You mean the filth that they create and produce before their heads are bashed in and their skin is ripped off? Sounds much like Terrifier 3. Go see it. While they're still conscious. So all pieces of their bodies can be made into Louis Vuitton's fleeting fashion pieces. Well, I don't know. I don't really care. Werner added, PETA is calling on Pharrell to use his power for good. Stop being complicit in cruelty and push Louis Vuitton to the 21st century by refusing to use wild animal skins and fur. But okay. Oh, wait a second. Refusing to use wild animal skins and fur so he can use domesticated animal skins and fur, Cruella de Vil? Is that what you're saying right here? You might want to parse your words a little bit. Think about what you're saying in an official statement. I just think that this is absolutely hilarious when you see two different sides to the left just going at it. Oh my goodness. I had a really good time with this and thought I would share it with you. And let me know what y'all think in the process. You want to know my actual thoughts? It's written here on this card. Until next time, y'all have a great one. This is Malty from the GCA. We will see you in San Antonio on Wednesday. Take care, guys.